using a page map sketch from November of 2017. I'm actually going to use this 8.5 by 11 vertical. I liked the way this was laid out, and of course I'm going to make it into a double page spread. This layout was also created for the Secret Not Secret Kit Club, their monthly crop or event that they have. They have tons and tons and tons of inspiration and challenges during that monthly crop. And so I would highly recommend that you guys go over and check out the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. Christina is an amazing person. She is able to get lots and lots of fun kits out to you guys that are tailored for your particular likes and what you need paper for or whatever. It's an amazing kit club. So this challenge was called Label It Up, I believe. And the premise was to use a bunch of labels. That's why I pulled out this particular sketch. In this sketch where the apples are, I could use that as my label section. I am using my We Are Memory Keepers layer guide, and I have found a trick to help the layer guide catch on the photos. I bent the photos up a little bit. Not that you can even tell, but it just gives it a little lift and it helps it settle into the grooves of that ruler, which then makes it easier to line it up and make sure that you have it straight against your photos. I pulled out these 3 banners, and the sketch calls for one banner underneath the photo, or actually underneath that tag there where journaling would be. And because I've changed this up, I went ahead and added 2 photos. I decided that I was not going to put my journaling on a journaling card like it calls for. So I wanted to add a little bit more interest down at the bottom, and that's why I added those 3 banners. They're each cut at 1 inch, and I used my banner punch from Stampin' Up. I did go ahead and cut that green diagonal paper down to 11 inches and laid that out for the background. So here I'm just trying to figure out which works best. Go ahead and add them down and then add adhesive on the back and tuck them underneath the photos. This is where I'm going to pull out my embellishments. I tried to look through my embellishment books, find all of the labels that I could that would match this paper pad, and I really like those cork labels. I got those labels in a pay it forward box where you put a bunch of items in a box and send it on to a crafty friend, and then they take out their items that they want and they add additional items that they don't want. So it keeps going on until everyone has a chance to go through the box and find new goodies. And that's where it was a full sheet of those cork. And I think because I have them in my embellishment books, I've used them a lot more. I did not make you guys watch me putting all of those labels down because that would have been very painful for you. I am starting to fill up the labels. The first thing that I do is add some stamping throughout, and I'm using different words or phrases in the stamps. So I added the word favorite down there at the bottom. I also added the word Saturday, rad, and awesome, as well as the date down there on that orange one. I added to January 27th, 2018. Then for the cork pieces, I added just a couple of different embellishment pieces. Some of them were hearts cut out of the paper. I used my heart confetti punch to cut a couple of those out. I also pulled out some arrows to add to each one of the labels. I really just tried to fill up all of the labels with something, and that was my goal in regards to this, was just to not only have the labels down but have them in a different way. I really like the one down there at the bottom next to the date. It has the word memories in the yellow word sticker and then a little green heart on it. I just love the way that it offsets the long label because I set the label in a different direction than I guess the way it normally would be laid down. I did add some brown enamel dots, some like light brown and dark brown enamel dots, and then I found a couple wood veneer to tie in as well. So I used this camera, and then I'm going to use the word "my guy" up there in the top left hand side. This photo is from Trevor Noah. If you guys don't know who Trevor Noah is, he is an amazing comedian. He does the Daily Show on the Comedy Central. It's a nighttime, I think it's at 11. Hilarious guy. And he was in town in the Orlando area in January of 2018. And so I bought these tickets for Kevin for his birthday. Nope, for Christmas. And we went in January. So that left side of the photo is a stock photo. I just found that one of Trevor Noah at the top there online. A selfie of us at the Performance Center down on the bottom. And then on the right-hand side of the layout, because I had so much going on with those labels, I wanted to keep it very simple. So I have 4 3x4 photos at the top and then 2 4x6 photos. We went to a dessert restaurant after the comedy show. It's called Better Than Sex Dessert, and it's set up to be very romantic. The lighting is really low. That's why these pictures are not that great, but it was amazing. You can see in that top left 3x4 photo, they dipped the wine glasses in caramel. So I had some white wine and the caramel. Oh, it was amazing. And then they had shots of different Jello, or not Jello shots, but different shots of these just amazing drinks. And they also had like a cheese and meat platter. So that's what that one is. And then I did take a picture of the menu, which is that one on the far right. And it has the different names of the desserts. All of the desserts are some little naughty names. There is the Cookie Nookie Pie, the Perfect Partner, and the Sex Addict were the ones that I got pictures of. And then the 2 desserts down there at the bottom were the desserts that we ended up with. Everything there was amazing. If you are ever in the Orlando area, this is something that I highly recommend. It is a little hole in the wall place. It does not look fancy at all on the outside, but it's one of those that the inside is definitely better than the outside. So I created 3 little clusters while I was talking all about that dessert. As you can see, I used some of the pattern paper, again, that diagonal stripe that I pulled from the far left-hand side. I cut a scallop circle out of it, and I put that on the far left and then the very top of that particular layout. I also added in that bottom right cluster an arrow, the word favorite, another small arrow, a white flower. It has blue flowers on it, and then some enamel dots. And I was just showing you there that I finished a sheet of enamel dots. I'm so excited. You know, that does not happen very often. And I know you guys will understand the excitement behind finishing a sheet of enamel dots. However, I did have another package of the exact same color. So it's continuous of those. But I am getting them used up, and that's what's amazing. All right, guys, this is it for this layout. I am so excited that you guys decided to join me on this adventure. Here is my final layout as well as some detail shots. Make sure you give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. If you haven't done so already and you want to see more double page layouts, make sure you hit that subscribe button because that's all you're going to get on my channel. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope that you have a scrappy day.